what are your views on like Swiggy and Zomato and these aggregators? I'm curious to know.
So I think we've really benefited with our association, right? We wouldn't be the company we are. First of all, we wouldn't have survived COVID if it hadn't been for this distribution channel, right? The fact that we could continue to serve our products to our customers, get the money in our bank, pay our teams, and sustain, which was a prolonged period. It wasn't, the lockdowns may have looked like only a month or two, but the entire cycle was actually 2 years long because, for anybody and everybody to have faith to go out and start consuming food or start going out, it took that long in many pockets, right? I have friends and family who didn't step out of home for 2 long years, right? And therefore I think our very survival was because of the fact that we were on these digital platforms and they provided our consumers access to us and vice versa. Secondly, I think we've always looked at it as an ally. And I think, forces change, things shift, and there's so much that's going on in the world that these kind of things will continue to happen in our lifetimes, where we will see tectonic shifts in the way we did something before and how we do that today, right? If it's a large enough shift and you have to be smart enough to use it and gauge it. When you use it, you realize what are the reasons I'm going to stick to this, and therefore what are the reasons other people are going to stick to this. So we are going to see many more innovations like that in our lifetimes. I would say that, the best way is to understand it and embrace it and build systems around it so you can take advantage of the changing trend, right? It's almost like moving from feature phones to smartphones or moving from, hello, can you send me 10 samosas to, I click an order on a website to, I go into an app and find my favorite order. And tomorrow it could be something else, who knows, right? But whatever that may be, I think as smart entrepreneurs and innovators, we need to be ahead of that curve. We need to understand the changing trends and take advantage, which is exactly what we've done with Swiggy and Zomato, right? We've always treated them as allies. We work very, very closely with their teams. In fact, so closely that we escalate when we don't get enough attention, right? We go and tell them, why are you not spending enough time with us? We need more data. We need more information. We need to grow more. What else have you learned? What are your demographics looking like? And those kind of immersions are always very, very helpful. They are sitting on such large sets of metadata. Right, which we don't have access to today. So if we're not taking advantage of that, then I think we're foolish. And that's the culture we have down the line in our organization. Learn from those who know better than you.
Right. Fair enough. On Swiggy Zomato specifically, since they are the platforms of today, what does discovery typically look like, right? And especially, maybe you can even answer this question from someone who's just looking to get started. What is that journey of like how much do you put in any special effort in making sure you target specific search terms versus, maybe buying ads on them and being displayed a certain way? Is there a digital strategy that people formulate around this, or is it much simpler of just like providing good experience and then systems will figure it out?
You need a very, very strong digital strategy also on these platforms, right? It's almost equivalent to being on Google or being on Amazon or any of the marketplaces. So there's a full team that works on this, and Amit personally leads that team from the growth angle. And there's multiple parts to it. It's not just about just the SEO. It's also the merchandising. How are your products looking, your nomenclature, your pricing, your cost your fonts, are you visible on every single entryway that you have? If you look at the platforms today, right, they have multiple entryways. There is, even if you just go to Swiggy, for example, you'll have your Instamart, you will have your minis, you will have food delivery and so on and so forth, right? Once you've entered food delivery, again, there are multiple entryways. If you're looking for a budget meal, if you're looking for award-winning categories, you're looking for snacks, you're looking for a meal, and so on and so forth. I think the important thing is that today you have to be present across all of those entryways. And some of these could be even discount-led in the beginning, where you realize that. And again, looking at data, understanding that and making it work for you is very, very critical. So you need to understand, and all of your platforms today have customer segmentations depending on their affinity to certain types of brands, their propensity to pay average order checks for these consumers, their frequency, or even the areas that they live in, right? So you have to triangulate all of this and formulate your strategy. Who do you want to be relevant to? There could be a time where you're trying to be relevant to premium millennials, which was our early adopter set, right? In the last 5 years, the maximum amount of consumers that we have garnered are the premium millennials who are a little bit of a price agnostic. They want quality, they want healthy, hygienic, good food, and they will come back to you again and again, right? Their loyalty is far greater. We are seeing that now change to Gen Z, which is, the 15 to 25-year-olds who have very different consideration sets. So your merchandising needs to look different. Your price hook needs to look different. What you're communicating needs to look different. Your icons on, whether you're communicating on Instagram, Facebook, or anywhere else, the people who are representing your brand need to look different. So it's there is a part of the physical retail business and the people part and all of that, but there is a very, very strong data, strategy, technology, merchandising engine which works behind to make it successful as well, right?
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe. To watch the full episode with Deeksha on Samosa Party, click on the video here.